Let's go to a railway festival. Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new Trains Are Awesome video. I'm Tom, and right now I'm at Washington Union Station. It's a Saturday, pretty early in the morning. I'm about to take Amtrak down to Manassas, Virginia. And you might be thinking, Tom, haven't you been to Manassas already? Yes, I have, but I've got a very special reason to go there today. So let's get in line for Northeast Regional number 151. This train is headed to Roanoke, Virginia, but we're getting off at the second stop of Manassas. The 151 originated in New York at about 4 o'clock this morning, and from New York all the way to Washington, it had been running with an electric locomotive up front. But the tracks south of Washington, D.C. are not electrified, so when we got to the platform, they were right in the middle of attaching a diesel locomotive in place of the electric locomotive. Once everything is connected, we've got power again, we head into the First Street Tunnel, skirting right around the U.S. Capitol, and when we pop out, it's a quick trip through Washington, D.C. before we cross over the Potomac River on the Long Bridge. After a stop in Alexandria, our train leaves tracks that are owned by CSX and moves on to Norfolk Southern tracks for the remainder of our about 50-minute journey to Manassas. So we've made it to Manassas, Virginia. Why are we here? Well, today is June 1st, 2024, and we are here for the 30th annual Manassas Railway Festival. And I am here with one of my very best friends, it's Bryce.
Hi, everybody.
Well, the festival opens at 10, but the train got us in at 9, and that's the only train we could have taken out of Washington, so we decided to go for a short walk around downtown Manassas.
This whole town is just trains, everything.
It's kind of a dream town.
Yeah.
Even the coffee place where we decided to go for some breakfast. Alright, so we are at Ground Central Station. It should be Ground Central Terminal if you want to be correct.
I'm a big fan of this pastry, but yours is pretty stale.
Well, we ordered 2 chocolate croissants, so how is your chocolate croissant?
It's not a chocolate croissant, but it's still a pastry, so I'm happy with it. Preview of what's to come.
Yeah, that's the 10 o'clock excursion, I think. Well, it's 10 o'clock. The festival has officially opened. One of the best parts of this festival is that VRE is offering special historical excursions to Clifton, Virginia. That's the 10 o'clock departure. We're going to get on the 12 o'clock because we want to look at some of the stands first. Let's head over there, actually.
Sunscreen.
Very important.
Today.
So important that we forgot it at home and had to go to 7-Eleven. All right, so between the two of us, you are definitely more knowledgeable about model trains.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna follow you because all of that is model trains. Now that it's 10 o'clock, all the model railroaders from all over the area have set up their stuff, and we are very eager to see what they have built. Look at that beautiful Dutch flag. How considerate of them. And also my apologies to any German viewers who just read this sign. I hope your brain is okay. Anyway, the first table we checked out was the Washington Metropolitan Area Lego Train Club. See, I was a big Lego kid myself growing up, and I loved playing with my Lego trains, so this was really fascinating to watch. The creators told us that they had modeled this section after a specific segment of King Street in Alexandria. You can definitely tell that it's Alexandria by the dash bus that's driving through. And the level of detail on this thing is amazing. Look, there's even a Capital bike share station. Of course, the model of the Washington Metro train was very cool as well.
I don't do drugs, I do trains.
After watching the Lego trains, we were joined by another friend.
Sammy. Nice to meet you. Sammy. What's up?
Sammy has his own YouTube channel where he makes transit-related content. I've put the link to it in the description below, so make sure to check it out. Anyways, the three of us spent some time checking out the displays of the Piedmont Railroaders and the Potomac Module crew.
Where's Rob? Is this our train on the inside running?
Hey Sammy, how are you?
Over at the table of Northern Virginia N-Track, we were really impressed at the level of detail in the landscaping.
This landscape is excellent. Look at this. Look at these rocks. How they've actually been able to cut into whatever it is, plaster or some kind of foam board.
It was also really cool to see all these fallen flag railroads represented. I was also impressed by the number of passenger trains that they had. They had so many different Amtrak Heritage locomotives, the Amtrak Operation Lifesaver locomotive, even some Metrolink cars.
Those Amtrak trains right there, that's several trains are awesome videos of content right there.
Meanwhile, Bryce and Sammy were geeking out over this model of a DC Metro train. Apparently, it's been a very long time since there's been any official model of any WMATA train. I may or may not have overheard them contemplating how they would get their hands on it.
Don't put that in the video. There's
The sound effects on this VRE train are very realistic. Oh wait, that's just the actual VRE train pulling in. Oh, who's a good boy who loves trains? Anyways, after admiring all the beautiful layouts, we crossed the tracks, briefly took a look at some of the stands on the other side of the station, and then walked up to the top floor of the parking garage so we could get a bird's eye view of the festival.
There's a little bit of time before our train leaves, so we're checking out the nearby farmers market. It is the perfect day for this today.
Now, it was 11:45 and Bryce and I had bought tickets for the 12 o'clock rail excursion using Virginia Railway Express equipment, so we'd walked to the platform, but the conductor told us to get in line. So we tried to figure out where the line ended.
So now we're standing in the parking lot. That's why this is the line for the 12 o'clock train excursion.
Thank you. Let's go.
Bye, Sammy.
on the gallery cars.
Let's go. I don't think I've been on VRE since last summer, actually. Yeah. I've never paid for VRE except for now. This is my first time ever.
Don't worry, I never broke any laws. Last summer they just had a bunch of fare-free Fridays, and I always made sure to travel on one of those days.
Here, would you like a special sticker?
Yes, please. Oh, thank you so much. Wow, and it says Historic Manassas Railway Festival.
Oh, we should go to that.
Yeah, we should.
And now we're on the VRE excursion. This excursion is supposed to last about an hour, and there's one set making the trip from Manassas up to Clifton, Virginia every hour between 10 and 1. A ticket costs $8 plus an extra $1 for credit card fees per ticket. Now, it's already pretty cool to ride a VRE train on a Saturday when it's for a charter service like this, but because of the festival, VRE was also running a few regular trains from Washington, D.C. down to Manassas and Broad Run. Now, the times were not exactly convenient for our schedule, so we didn't end up seeing or riding one of those regular VRE trains, but still, opening your transit app and seeing that VRE is an option on a Saturday, not a normal experience. Although hopefully someday in the future it will be. These tracks that we're running on are currently owned by Norfolk Southern, but the state of Virginia is talking to NS to see if they can buy the tracks, which I'm hoping will lead to a lot more passenger rail service on this corridor. VRE has already announced their intention to start up a very limited weekend service on both lines, maybe starting this summer. We shall see.
Okay, so we are on the VRE train. We just passed Clifton, which is like a special events only station, maybe the least used station on the VRE network. Thought we were going to stop there, but we actually pulled through a little bit and are stopping just north of it. I'm guessing this is where we turn around. We've been on the train for about 15 minutes now.
A few minutes later, we slowly started heading back towards Manassas. Now, this train, as you saw earlier, has a locomotive on both ends, though I'm not sure why, because these VRE trains do just have cab cars. I don't think we ever went more than 10 miles per hour headed back. Here you can get a better view of Clifton Station. As you can see, there's no platform, but they do apparently build a temporary platform whenever the station is used. And a few minutes after passing through Clifton, we came to a complete stop.
Hey Bryce, how's your ride been?
It's been great. I really, really enjoy this route because it's so wooded as the train goes through all of these forests surrounding Manassas.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And we've stopped here for so long, it's almost been worth the $8.
Yeah, not worth $8, but for sure cool for people who want to take a weekend trip on the train.
Hopefully VRE actually adds weekend service this summer. If they do, we'll keep you updated. As for this train, I was kind of hoping there would be some sort of like storytelling going on, like some sort of historical narration or something. Either there wasn't, or we just couldn't hear it over the kids.
We sat parked in this one spot for well over half an hour until finally an Amtrak Northeast Regional headed northbound passed us.
That does explain the wait. And that ends the wait.
Now, don't get me wrong, I had a good time. Train ride is always fun, and it was nice to be out of the heat for a little bit. But after paying $9 for what they call a rail excursion, I don't know, I was just expecting a little bit more. But I just had to remind myself this was probably the thrill of a lifetime for the hundreds of suburban kids for whom this was probably their first ever train ride. And that made it worth it. Anyways, we're back in Manassas now. At this point, Bryce and I had felt like we had seen most of the festival. We wanted to go home to Washington, D.C., and we had a few options. We could wait until 3:45 for a VRE train, until 5 for an Amtrak train, or we could try to figure out how to get home by bus, which is what we ended up doing. And you'll see how that went in next week's video. So remember to subscribe to Trains Are Awesome so you don't miss that video. Thank you so much for watching today. We'll see you next time.